Verizon Thinkfinity educational resources can enrich or enhance a lesson by promoting discovery learning, student-based learning, and collaborative learning. By increasing student engagement. By making content relevant by providing primary resources like documents, images, and objects. By providing additional content not available through textbooks or other curricular materials. By providing opportunities for students to practice skills independently. By providing opportunities for teachers and students to interact with technology while focusing on content. While promoting 21st century skills in the classroom. Think about the way you were taught about sources of energy. Specifically, what are they and how are they tapped? Does this look familiar? I'm sure you know of some teachers in your school who teach every lesson this way, through lecture, textbooks, and other teacher-centered activities. I'd like to show you how one Verizon Thinkfinity resource involves students in their own learning and encourages critical thinking rather than memorizing formulas and definitions. It involves problem solving and collaboration while helping students understand the complexities of energy resources, where they come from, and what impact they have on the environment. Imagine a classroom where students are split into groups and asked to use interactives to help answer the questions presented. By students making choices and seeing the results, they are able to acquire a deep level of understanding about energy resources. It is a student-centered approach that requires students to solve problems and come to their own understanding about energy resources and their impact on the environment. We recognize that teachers are doing great things in their classrooms already without integrating Verizon Thinkfinity's web-based resources. We want to acknowledge that and want to make sure that the message sent is that using Verizon Thinkfinity web-based resources does not mean that you abandon all the great things that you are already doing, but that these resources can enrich and enhance what is already being done. Verizon Thinkfinity houses tens of thousands of resources. This includes 3 different types of resources. One of these is the individual learning object. There are many different types of learning objects. Learning objects include interactive resources that students can use online or that the teacher can print and hand out to students. Note that these 2 resources came from the same lesson plan. They are both hyperlinked to the actual resource. You too can do this in either Smart or PowerPoint. That word family sort graphic that was on that PowerPoint page was a link. I clicked it and it brought me to this page. Just going to work through this activity just for a second. Imagine what an awesome tool this can be using it on your smart board in the classroom, as well as independently at a computer center. And let's try the other one. This graphic is also a link. You know that because the mouse turns into a hand when you rest your mouse over it. This is just a worksheet that you can print, hand out, and have them sort them by hand. The second type of resource is the lesson plan. Not only does Verizon Thinkfinity provide the resources to use, but also a detailed plan for how to use them effectively. The reason we call Verizon Thinkfinity lesson plans ready to use is because everything needed to implement the lesson is embedded right into the lesson plan. Scrolling down so that you can see each component of the lesson. The tabs up here have the different parts. This is an awesome resource for you to use in your classroom. Verizon Thinkfinity does a lot of the footwork for you, so all you need to do is come here to get the resources for the lesson that you want to teach. We recognize that there is a lot of good educational content on the internet, but it can be overwhelming to search and find the good quality content that is out there. So our content partners have done that hard work for you. They have found educational content on the internet, put it through a panel review to make sure it is accurate, up to date, and unbiased. These reviewed web links can be accessed through Verizon Thinkfinity. A wide variety of available resources is available through Verizon Thinkfinity to enhance classroom instruction. The choice is dependent on available technology, time, and teacher objective.